please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Welcome to India Business Hour Plus. I'm Ronojoy. The Walmart-Flipkart deal would be great for e-commerce in India. Those words coming in from Amit Agarwal, the country head of Amazon. However, he refused to comment on reports that have suggested that Amazon is also keen on striking a deal with Flipkart. In a conversation with Saina, Amit Agarwal also talked about Amazon's plan for its grocery business in India and said that this year the focus will be only on 4 cities.
The largest player, Flipkart, is in talks with Walmart for a possible acquisition. I'm going to ask you very pointedly, Amit, have you been in talks with Flipkart as well at any point of time? Even in the last 4.5 years.
You know, we don't really comment on rumors and speculation.
See, if the deal between Flipkart and Walmart were to go through, how would you, and I refuse to believe that you haven't discussed with your leadership here in India and even outside India, the team that sits out of Seattle, what the ramifications of that will be for business for Amazon here in India?
I think it's great for India. E-commerce is so early that you would need a lot of investment to make e-commerce what it should be in a diverse country like India. So in my opinion, the more investment that flows in, the better it is. At such an early stage, you want as much investment that can flow in.
Let's also talk about Amazon Now, which was, which is your product around delivery of groceries and, other daily needs, so to speak. How fast is Amazon Now growing? How much is it contributing to your overall revenues as a percentage share? And where do you see that vertical developing?
Yeah, Amazon Now is a service, for the sake of people watching, a service available only in 4 cities that allows customers to get 2-hour delivery of kind of the things that they would miss, that they want last minute.
Correct.
Grocery is one of them. That's not the only one of them. Yes. And we keep adding more selection to it. We also hook up other large retailers like a Big Bazaar or a More and others so that customers can shop their selection as well.
Correct.
Our focus with Amazon Now has been to ensure that we can provide a great experience. It has not been to grow that to be very large. We are very patient with it. So, it's something that we continue to test in these 4 cities. We continue to play around with the pin codes, the density and so on. So I wouldn't really think about Amazon Now as let's get it big fast initiative. It's a very specific investment that we have so that we can make it work well.
And it's going to be restricted to these 4 cities
for now.
Over this calendar year, are we looking at expanding out of?
I think we are focused on these 4 cities, and when we feel good about it, that would be the time to think about how to expand it.
Well, remember, Amazon became the first e-commerce company to wade into the waters of FDI and food retail after the government allowed 100% in that sector. Meanwhile, the new CEO at Infosys is charting out a 3-year roadmap to revitalize the IT major. The Infosys top brass spoke with investors in a conference call earlier today. CEO Salil Parekh laid out his 3-year roadmap, which includes stability this year, building momentum next year, and looking to accelerate in FY21. Infosys also made it rather clear that they will have a disciplined capital allocation policy going forward, but the CEO also said that the company will look at potential strategic acquisitions in the digital space.
The first year in fiscal 19 to stabilize where we are, the second year to start to build momentum, and the third year to start to accelerate where we can have more and more share of our clients' relevance, and that will obviously translate overall to a better Infosys.
The National Company Law Tribunal has asked lenders of Bhushan Power and Steel to consider the bid of UK's Liberty House as part of the insolvency and bankruptcy proceedings. The NCLAT bench has also directed that the deadline for finalizing the resolution plan be extended by another 2 months to the 23rd of June. Liberty House's bid had been rejected by the lenders because it was submitted after the deadline had passed. However, Liberty House maintained that the bid was submitted before other bids were opened and therefore it should have been in contention. That plea was upheld by the NCLT, with the bench saying that the bids can only be rejected on substantive grounds and not because of delays. So Liberty House. Some good news there. Their bid might now be considered by the lenders. On to a corporate news break now. Yet another twist in the long list of twists and turns in the race for Fortis Healthcare. Multiple players have thrown in their hats, as we've been reporting for the past several days, to buy Fortis, and the Fortis board is expected to take a decision this Thursday. However, sources now telling us that Manipal, backed by private equity player TPG, could hold the upper hand in this race, as it is believed to have the right to match the highest bidder. Sources say Manipal retains the right due to an earlier agreement. Remember, Manipal is of course one, and the other bid has come in, of course, from Sunil Munjal and by the Burman family. They too have thrown in their hat into the ring with a binding offer. Meanwhile, the government has set an ambitious target to make 24/7 power available to all households by the year 2019. However, data that has been compiled by the Ministry of Power is projecting a rather dismal picture. At least 5 states have witnessed power outage for more than 10 hours in the month of March alone, and with Jharkhand actually seeing the highest power cuts for about 45 hours in the month of March alone. However, other states have fared when it comes to power supplies. Is that any better or worse? Anshu Sharma is standing by with a report card.
Power Ministry has compiled the data for average power cut across India with the input from the states. Average power cut in India is at 5.13 hours compared to 6.1 hours in March 2017, and average power theft is at 23% compared to 27.3% in FY17 March. Remember, these data are only for the urban areas in India. The least number of hours in terms of power cut is seen in Delhi. Remember, Delhi is run by private discoms like BSES, Yamuna, Rajdhani and Tata Power Delhi Discom. The least power cut in FY18 was seen at 0.06% compared to 0.1% and 0.14% in FY16 and 0.4% in FY15. The worst states in terms of number of hours of power cut average in the month of March was seen in Jharkhand. Ironically, Jharkhand has a lot of coal, but it has seen 45 hours of power cut compared to 38 hours. The Haryana at 18.4 hours, Chhattisgarh at 16 hours, and Uttarakhand at 14 hours, and Manipur at 12 hours. And in terms of states performing well and least number of hours in terms of power cut, Maharashtra has seen 51 minutes of average monthly power cut, and Sikkim at 52 minutes, and Gujarat 1.3 hours, Goa at 2.3 hours, Andhra Pradesh at 2.4 hours. And in terms of power theft or losses, UP tops the list with 35% against 40.3%, and Maharashtra at 22.7%, Madhya Pradesh at 31.9%, Rajasthan at 25.4%, and Karnataka at 15%. Considering that 24/7 supply is the target of the government by April 2019, the state discoms will have to fare well. Back to you.
All right, many thanks, Anshu, for getting us that report card. That's the picture of how states are doing as far as power cuts are concerned. Time for us to slip into another break, but when we return, we get you the day's headlines from poll-bound Karnataka. What's the latest from the state? We get you on the other side. On to the latest from poll-bound Karnataka. Congress has released its final list of 11 candidates. Notable inclusions are N.A. Harris, who bagged a ticket despite his candidature being under question over an assault case against his own son. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah will also be contesting from Badami, his second seat after Chamundareshwar. Meanwhile, the BJP has decided not to field B.S. Yadurappa's son Vijendra against CM Siddaramaiah's son Yatindra in the Varuna constituency. The decision sparked outrage among BJP workers who staged protests in Mysore and adjoining areas. This led B.S. Yadurappa to release a statement clarifying that it was he who asked his son to stay away from contesting in this election. Staying with Karnataka, Minister of State for Skill Development and senior BJP leader Anant Hegde has alleged that he has received threat calls. As per his complaint, Hegde received a call at 2 in the morning on the 21st of April on his landline. A case has been registered at Sirsi police station in North Karnataka. The Ministry of Home Affairs has revoked the Armed Forces Special Powers Act, or AFSPA, from Meghalaya from the 1st of April. It has also diluted the controversial law in other regions of Arunachal Pradesh. Now, the law will only apply to 8 police stations in Arunachal, which is down from 16 police stations in 2017. The Ministry of Home Affairs has also increased the aid under surrender cum rehabilitation policy for militants in Northeast from 1 lakh to 4 lakh. The Supreme Court today issued a notice to the government asking it to clarify its decision on Section 377 of the Indian Penal Code within a week. This after hotelier Keshav Suri moved the Apex Code, urging it to scrap Section 377. In his petition, Suri has said that the section cannot apply to consenting adults. He has sought a direction to declare that the right to choice of sexual orientation is a fundamental right as per the Constitution of India. All right, time for us to slip in another break. But when we return, our special series, Dress for Success, we tell you how to find the right wristwatch to complement your style and the occasion. Well, time and tide wait for none, and for do no good watchers, in today's edition of Dress for Success, we tell you how to find the right wristwatch to complement your style and the occasion. Take a look.
It's a known fact, men love their watches, and for good reason. Since it's almost the only accessory they ever wear, it becomes an extension of their personality. Which is why today on Dress to Success, the CNBC TV 18 Style Guide, it's time. Time to tell you men how to pick the right watch and then how to style it. Tip number 1 is that less is always more. When picking a wristwatch, irrespective of the occasion or your clothes, less is always more. This means that your watch should be simple, versatile and sophisticated. That means clean and classical, slim enough to fit comfortably beneath a tailored cuff, and always with a dark or neutral dial. Tip number 2 is pay attention to the details. A watch with a dial that has numerical Roman indices tends to be dressy and perfect for any occasion that you want to make a statement. And then we move on to the strap. Whereas thick and bulky straps are better with casuals and leather straps are more suited for formals, thin, glossy, metallic straps go better with more dapper dressing, whether casual or formal. A watch with a classic metallic band and an uncomplicated dial will always make the watch more versatile. So these are the details you want to pay attention to. Tip number 3 is to match the formality of your watch with the formality of your clothes. Digital watches are more casual in nature, but analog watches are more classy. So they are more suitable for your business formals, your black tie events. This, in fact, is a perfect example of the watch completing the outfit. While a watch with a silver or metallic strap is more appropriate for business formals, black ties and power dressing as it complements suits, a watch with the black metallic looks great when teamed with jeans and is a very good idea for Sunday brunches. Tip number 4 is that color matches color. The color of the metal of your watch should be matched to the color of any other accessories such as tie clips, cufflinks, etc. Another easy reference point is to match the color of your watch to the color of your shoes. I hope these tips make you enjoy wearing your watch even more now. And now it's time to say goodbye. Thank you for watching. See you next week.
Well, I hope you've been taking notes. I sure have. With that, we've got to wrap up this edition of India Business Hour. Many thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow, same time. Good night.